In professional sales, there's nothing better than a lay down. Listen in, and you'll get to hear one live, as well as the 4 words you're dying to hear.
I have come here to chew bubblegum and kick ass, and I'm all out of bubblegum.
This is the Virtual Real Estate Investor Podcast with Vincent Polisi. Buckle your seatbelt and prepare to learn how to legally make 6 figures investing in real estate with no money, no credit check, and nothing but a computer and internet connection. Learn how you too can begin generating buyers and sellers for free today, and why you're only 2 calls away from making a $10,000 or more payday while never leaving the comfort of your home. And now, your host, the virtual real estate investor, Vincent Polisi.
All right, this is Vincent. I'm going to give you guys a quick heads up. This is a phone call that I got this afternoon, a direct call into my direct line shortly after we finished up our mastermind webinar today. Could not have come at a better time based on the material that I covered in today's mastermind webinar, because this is a buyer call that is handled textbook exactly the way it's being taught in the buyer pre-qual. Went through all of the pre-qualification questions, made sure we had something viable that we could work with, and you'll get to hear exactly how this call goes down, start to finish. You'll hear the pre-qualification questions. You're going to hear the 4 words that we're dying to hear, which are, you guys already know this, I know you do, because you're paying attention, but what are they? What's the next step? You get to actually hear them in this call. You're going to love this. It's awesome. Could not have come at a better time. And you're going to get to hear him being directed to the application to pay, which he has no issue with, as well as the Home Finder program. So I could not have asked for this phone call at a better point in time than right now, and you're going to get to listen to it same day. So enjoy and replicate it so you can make money.
And now, without further delay, it's unquestionably everyone's favorite segment of the Virtual Real Estate Investor Podcast with Vincent Polisi. It's time for an extra large dose of total transparency, as you listen to Vincent live and in the trenches dodging bullets and grenades while he's closing real buyers and sellers over the phone.
This is Vincent.
Yeah, Vincent.
Yes.
My name is Brian Help. Trying to get a hold of you about you have ads in, online for a house in Aurora I'm interested in.
Okay. Which one?
I believe it's the one, can't remember, Linvale, off of Linvale. There's a ranch. You have 2 of them on Linvale. There's one, a ranch, and there's the 2-story house.
Okay.
And I believe you said it was available October 19th. I'm really, really interested in that house, and I'd like to look at it. If we could schedule something, and I could sit down with you, we could discuss how everything works, what you got going on, or if that's possible. If that's something, you have somebody you can meet me there, or is that a possibility? Or
Well, let's back up for a second. What are you looking for? Are you looking for a straight rental, or are you looking for like a rent-to-own deal?
No, I'm actually looking, I like to purchase kind of thing. I definitely am interested in purchasing a home is what I'm looking for. I'm not looking for rent.
Okay.
This here says owner finance kind of thing. I don't know what that details or nothing, but if you could fill me in exactly what you're looking for, what kind of down payment or what kind of money kind of thing we're looking at, or how does this work, or if you could enlighten me.
Yeah, absolutely. I'd be happy to help you here. Let me ask you a couple of questions here real quick, just so I can answer things as they relate to your situation. So when are you looking to move?
Well, that house, the one you have on, the one I'm interested in, you said it's available October 19th. So that kind of works for me. I'm looking for something around the 1st of October, but I'm actually living in my home now. It's actually shared with my ex-wife, but it's for our son, so we've been fixing it up. But I'm looking for something to expand, just something for myself,
Okay. And so, but October 1st is your preferred move-in date?
Well, I'm really interested in this home. I like the area. I've lived in Seven Hills before. I had a rental house over there, so I like that area. But I'm willing to wait if that becomes available October 19th. I'm good with that. Okay.
And then, so let me see. I'm not sure. Which one did you, because there's 2 of them, and they're 2
I have the address written down. It's like, I can't remember. It's off of Linvale Street. I know that. It's in Seven Hills in Aurora, Colorado.
Sure. So you're looking for a payment of what?
Well, you got listed for $2,095. I'm not sure what that is. Is that a monthly? Would that be my monthly payment for if I were to own a finance kind of thing, or
Yeah.
how does that work?
Yeah, they're all inclusive.
Oh, I have no problem with that. That's actually right in my budget area.
Okay, and as far as down payment, what did you have set aside that you're comfortable putting down?
What are you looking for? I mean, I could come in to about 5,000 to 10,000, somewhere in there, in that range, depending on the timing and everything. But I mean, I know I could definitely do 5,000 down, or maybe a little more than that.
Okay. Yeah, the way the program works, it's not really technically rent to own. What I am putting together are owner finance deals, so it's an actual legitimate bona fide purchase where you become the owner of the property immediately. And that being said, because we begin with the end in mind, and the end is a successful takeout by the buyer, where they refinance into conventional mortgage financing during the contract term, the down payments that we have, they parallel exactly what FHA, Fannie Mae, Freddie Mac are going to require for that same exact loan amount. So at a $2,100 payment, you're going to be in FHA range, which is 3.5% is what they require down.
Right.
So I don't have that price in front of me, but that's going to be somewhere between 10 and 11 grand, I guess.
For a down payment.
Right.
Yeah, that's a possibility. I could probably work that. I mean, that's definitely that's definitely not out of my realm of getting. So I'm not too concerned about that. So I mean, if I were to be around 10 grand, we'd be close. What you're saying?
Yeah, that's close enough. I mean, I'm not going to not let you in for a couple $100 or whatever.
Yeah, I mean, I'd be willing to work with you on that. That's not a problem.
Okay, and then but you have to get that. You don't have that liquid and available now. You've got 5 now, or you?
I have pretty much half of that saved right now. I mean, I'm a builder contractor. I work for a company, and then I have my own company. So I'm working on 2 big jobs right now. Probably I'm going to say about the September 15th, I would probably be close to that 10 grand mark.
Okay. Well, obviously that's in advance of the occupancy date, so that doesn't represent any issue. Okay.
Yeah, but and then what other qualifying issues are there anything else? I'm working on my credit. I mean, it wasn't the greatest. It's right around 590 right now. I mean, I'm working on that. I mean, it's not that I'm a bad.
Yeah, let me make it real easy for you. There's basically, listen, I mean, I'm in the business too, man. So I'll make it real easy for you. There's three criteria that we have, and this is on the website. You can validate this before you ever fill out an application or pay any money. There's 3 criteria that we have, and that is, 1, do you have the financial ability to make the payments on time? Because I'm not in the foreclosure business and I don't want to be. And obviously you've got some kind of documentation or something someplace that indicates that you can afford the payment, I'm assuming.
Oh yeah. I can show you my pay stubs and all that. Yeah, I make pretty good money. I mean, there's some weeks I'll make $4,000 a week. Some weeks I make $3,000. Some weeks I make $1,000. So I mean, it varies. Sure. I mean, yeah, with my money income, yeah, basically. Well, I work for a company. I've been with this company for 6 years. In Denver, in Denver, Colorado. So yeah, I work for a company, and I'm through the company, and I've been with them 6 years. But I do all their contract work through the company. That makes sense.
Okay.
I was a
That's okay. So here's the 3 criteria. Criteria number 1 is, do you have the ability to make the payments on time?
Right.
Criteria number 2 is, do you have the funds for the down payment? Because again, it is a purchase program. I said you can have that before occupancy, which is fine.
Right.
And then, are you serious and committed to getting things rectified so that you can qualify for conventional financing during the contract term? And if the answer to those 3 questions is yes, then I can help you get into a house.
Oh, that would be awesome. I don't think that's going to be an issue.
Yeah, the program is no credit qualifying, so I don't really care about the past credit.
Yeah, right. Okay, cool. Yeah, I've been working with a couple different lenders, and they're willing to work with me. But I mean, I really like the house, and I'd really like to try to see if we can make this work. So, yeah, I just don't know what the next steps are or what we need to do, and I'd really like to take a look at the property, before. I mean, I've seen it on pictures and stuff, but I'd like to You know, I said, I'm a designer
that's
builder.
fine.
I build custom homes, so I just really
okay.
like to look at the house.
There is let me tell you what the deal is with this particular house, so if it's the one I'm thinking of, so it'll make sense. And the next step is there's an application that gets filled out on the website, and once that's done, I'll get you if it's the one I'm thinking of, either the combination lockbox code, or I'll get you coordinated. This one, he had a combination lockbox in the garage, so
sure,
it's the same seller on both of those houses. Now, that particular, if it's the one I'm thinking of, the guy that was in there beforehand, I don't know what he did, but I guess they had done some stuff to the plumbing or something and cut some holes in the wall, and they hadn't fixed them. So the seller had somebody going in there to fix and repair all that.
Okay.
And he had talked, I'm not sure, I haven't talked to him and since all that was going down. What had happened was I had sent somebody out there to take a look at the property, and she called me back and she's like, the house is all messed up on the inside. What's the deal? And I'm like, well, he told us he had cleaners out there and everything was back in order, but I guess it's not. So let me find out. And supposedly, I guess
that's not an issue with me. And if you need somebody to take care of that, I'd be more than happy to do that. That's what I do.
Okay.
I'm a contractor, so I do that kind of stuff, and I'd be willing to work with you and the owner as far as taking care of those little issues. Not a problem.
Sure. So if it's the one I'm thinking of, and I can't remember, I'm trying to remember.
Right,
like
he has
said,
two of them in that same area. I believe
I don't want to tell you the wrong information, so I want to identify exactly which one you're talking about, and then talk to the seller and make sure that that's the situation. But if that house works, fantastic. I mean, you can be pulling the trigger, and we can go to contract, and you can move in as soon as it's available.
Now, for me to down the road, I'll get financing for me so I can take over the contract. Now, when you say within that contract, what's the contract as far as what's the length of term of that contract? Because I might need like a year to get that, to get my credit to where I can get finance. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I don't normally structure them less than 24 months. So normally they're going to be sometime between 24 and 60 months.
Oh, great. That's not a problem. Then so I can make that. We'd be looking at that space for that $2,100 a month until I'm able to finance and take it over on my own. Correct?
Correct.
Okay. Cool. Okay. Now, does any of that money apply toward the home, or is that all pretty much? How's that work? Does that go to the mortgage payment for the owner at the time, or?
Yeah, it's actually a better deal than probably what you're thinking. Do you know what income tax bracket you're in?
I have no idea.
How much do you make?
Right now I'm right around $100,000 a year.
All right, so that'll put you in the 25% tax bracket. So here, let me just make sure that's right. Hold on 1 second. And you said you own a home with your wife or something?
Yeah, me and my wife have a house in Aurora, yeah.
And you're both living in that now?
No, I'm actually just in there. I'm remodeling it right now. I'm just redoing the kitchen. I got it out the kitchen. I'm putting a new kitchen in there. She lives some other place. Yeah, she lives in Elizabeth. So neither one of us are actually. We've been renting it, but now we had renters and they just tore it up and it's just very. You're in the
28% tax bracket. So here's how this works. Instead of having this set up as a fully amortized loan, okay, which most sellers are not going to want to do anyway, I have them structured as interest only so you can maximize the tax deduction. And you said you're getting a paycheck. So here's what's going to happen if you follow my instructions. Based on the income tax bracket that you're in, you would then immediately increase your net take-home pay by $586.60 a month. The reason for that is because that payment is tax deductible. It's not a rental payment. The contracts are actually in compliance with the IRS's installment sales contract guidelines. So what happens then is that's $586 a month that you can then bank if you want to.
Okay.
Use it on groceries at City Market. Right. You can do, whatever you want to do with it, but it's actual hard cash. It's not some phantom paper credit of amortization that may or may not be there when you go to get financing. This is actual money you're going to have in hand every single month.
Okay.
So
That's not bad.
It's a lot better than amortization, trust me.
Yeah, it sure is.
Because amortization in the first couple of years of a note is next to nothing.
Right, exactly.
So
Okay.
that's how that works.
No.
So I've got it structured.
Okay.
And the reason it's done that way is, number one, it's a great deal for you. Number two, anything I can do to help increase your liquidity and take-home pay is an insurance policy for me against a default, because
Right, exactly. No,
I don't like defaults. So if I can put you in the right, if I can put you in the right contract and you can make more money and we don't have to worry about that, it's better for all of us.
No, it all sounds good. I'm really sounds good.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, I'm definitely totally interested in everything you got going.
All right.
So.
All right. So do me a favor. Give me your email address.
Okay, it's br.com.
Is that actually your last name?
That is actually my last name. It's been hell for 51 years. I used to raise a lot of it back in the day, but I had to live up to that name. You know?
There you go.
Got a little wiser and smarter as I age. So
Gotcha. All right.
Out a little bit. But no, that's actually my real name.
Not a problem. Okay. All right. Well, here, Brian, what I'm going to do is I'm going to email you. I'll email you links to the website.
Okay.
There's an application on the website. It's $37. Cool. Once that's done, I will, and then you can identify and tell me which of the two addresses you want to take a look at. I will call. I'll call the seller and find out what the status is, and if it's the one they're working on,
sure.
I'll let you know so you don't walk into a mess.
And then I'm willing to help him out if he's interested.
Yeah.
He needs somebody.
There was another guy that was kind of pitching the same thing to him too. That guy wasn't working with us, so I got to find out what they ended up doing with him. But if for whatever reason that house does not work, okay, because we have to look at that sometimes too, even though I don't want to talk about that, but let's assume that that's the case. Then I also have a home finder program, and I will send you a link to that too, so you can read on that. So if that house doesn't work for whatever reason, then it explains how I can go get you another one.
Awesome! Yeah, no, I really would like. I mean, I really like to. I just at the point with my credit score until I get it rebuilt. I'm working on that, and it's hard to get into a good loan where I'm not. So I mean, anybody that can help me out, I'm there to just try to get it's time to move forward, and I would like that chance and opportunity to do that. So that'd be great. That'd be awesome.
Yep, coming your way right now.
All right, Vince. I appreciate the info, and I look forward to that, and I'll get that filled out, and then we'll talk, okay?
All right. Very good. Thank you.
Okay. You bet. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Thank you for listening to the Virtual Real Estate Investor Podcast with Vincent Polisi. If you found any value in this podcast, please use our Give to Get method and take a moment to give us a 5-star rating in iTunes and your favorite podcast service so we can keep giving you excellent episodes of real content you can use to profit today.